I'm coming to realize that most people are not used to the idea of children being independent thinkers and critical thinkers, and just individuals who are capable of doing things themselves. So I was at the grocery store today with my youngest son. He's 4 years old, he'll be five soon. And we go to the self checkout lane, and I let him check everything out because my intention is to teach him how to do this thing himself, right? Scan things himself, learn how to pay for stuff himself. And yeah, so we get to the checkout line. I'm holding all the items that we're about to purchase. I hand them to him one by one, and he scans them and puts them in the bag. So then we get to the produce. We have some kiwi and some mango. And you have to key in, the name of those or the number. So we just were doing the name because I wanted to teach him work with some spelling. Like, that's the thing about homeschool. Every situation is a learning activity, right? So I had him type it in. Now, he wasn't tall enough to actually reach the screen, so I had to pick him up so he can do it. And the lady who's working the self-checkout line comes over while he's trying to type in the letters. And she comes over like in the middle of me coaching him through it and talking him through it, and is like, yeah, it's that one. And then he's like looking for it, and then oh, I got it, don't worry about it, and presses it. And I'm like, no. But I'm like, okay. So the first one kind of like let it slide, and I'm still trying to kind of like talk over her so that maybe she'll get the message that he really doesn't need help. I'm trying to do what I need to do, right? So then it goes to the quantity. How many do you have? And she's like, I'll just do it for you. And it's like, I had to stop her right then. Could you not do that, please? I'm actually trying to teach him how to do this. And she had a sticker in her hand. I think she was trying to like rush us through the process so she could give him a sticker, regardless of what it was. I don't know. But it was very like intrusive, and it was an intimate moment with me and my son where I'm trying to teach him something, and to have like a stranger come up and feel the need to like do it for him, or like it rubbed me the wrong way, honestly. And I had to put a quick boundary, like, okay, I got it, thank you. But she was like, oh, I'm just trying to help. Yeah, I know, thank you, but I didn't ask for your help, and he doesn't need your help. Like, he's not helpless. He's not doing this and then having trouble with it and needs some help. He's doing this so that he can learn to do this on his own. He's doing this so that he can learn to be an independent thinker and to figure things out by himself. And he's not going to ever get it if somebody comes and does it for him. So it just made me think, like, a lot of times people do stuff for children that they can do for themselves. They don't need you to help them do every single thing. What they need for you to do is to teach them how to do things for themselves so that they can become independent, full abled, able-bodied adults, as opposed to adults who are afraid of the world, who don't know how to take care of themselves, and essentially don't know how to take care of other people. So that's just something that's been on my mind as of this morning. I've been homeschooling my children, and my son is 4, about to be 5. He's never been to school. And I have a daughter who's under him who's about to be 2. She's never been to school. And then my oldest son is 7, and he has been to school. Like, this is his first full year of school, though. And this is his first grade year. Kindergarten, he went half the year, and then he did like a little bit of pre-K. But he did do daycare and stuff like that. So I have experience with, kids being in school and out of school. But the thing about homeschooling is that everything is a learning experience, and you begin to teach your children how to do life as opposed to how to, this artificial world that they created to teach people how to be workers, because that's essentially what it is. They don't want people to be thinkers. They want them to be workers. And there's a complete difference in children who go to school and children who are at home, who are learning how to cook for themselves at a very early age. We're starting cooking lessons this summer. Hot plates, knives, the whole thing. Like, where they're learning how to create their own meals. So by the time the fall comes around, a lot of times I'll be able to just sit back and they can go and make their own food. Like, that's the type of mentality that children can have if you plant those seeds in them early and you actually teach them. People act like children are so incapable, and that just handicaps them, and we're sitting here with a whole bunch of kids who can't do shit for themselves. And not to talk down or to talk, you know, it is what it is. It's just the truth. It ain't to talk down about nobody, but it is to bring awareness, because we can do better, you know, and we have to do better. It's not about us. I feel like a lot of times we make raising our children about us, and we're not supposed to do that. It's not about what you can do for them, how much work you can put in for them. How about we start putting some effort into teaching them how much work they can put in for themselves, so that when the time comes around, because the time comes around, you know, what goes around comes around. So the day is going to come when I am an old person and I'm going to need my children for support. I want to be able to look to my children and know that they got my best interest in heart, and they are fully able to support and take care, because I invested so much into them when they were younger, as opposed to making them handicapped. And now that I'm old, I'm still having to take care of their ass because they don't know what to do, and we just struggling to get, like, no, we gotta evolve in our thinking as it pertains to the way that we treat children and the way that we raise them. So yeah, that's my message for today. Peace.